All right, folks. Doc Jones here, coming at you from the Doc Jones Studios, folks. Gonna come at you again with a little video. Folks, so much stuff going on, man. They shutting everything down. Everything's shutting down, closing down. It's just crazy. There's a bigger agenda behind this virus stuff that's going on, folks. I'm not going to really get into it because that's really all we're hearing. But it's some serious stuff, and even if we're not thinking it's serious, there's people out there panicking, and because of their panicking, people like us may not actually even be able to get out there and get a roll of toilet paper or something. Anyway, everybody just need to calm down, pray. Just be mindful, wash your hands. It's the virus itself, you know, we don't have to be as concerned about it. I believe it's this mutated, some other mutated strains that will come out, and I believe it's killing a lot of folks. But all right, folks, I'm just going to continue through. Maybe I'll talk about it another time, but like you said, I mean, there's so much stuff. Just don't even hardly listen to what the mainstream. Get out of mainstream, get off the TV, do some homework, investigating on this stuff, and just be mindful of it, and always have stuff on hand that you need, you know, just in case you're not able to get some things for a week or so or something like that or more. But I'm going to continue on, folks. We've got all kind of serious stuff going on. But I'm looking at today, folks, we're looking at, I'm sorry, folks, I'm going to timestamp real quick. Folks, what we're looking at, March 11th. No, excuse me, March 12th, folks. March 12th, 2020 years. Now, I'm believing that in the next 2 months, the next 8 weeks, I believe, you know, we're really going to have a better idea of kind of a lot of stuff that's been going on in the world and our nation and the Middle East. But I think an 8-week span, folks, is what I'm looking at. And I think during these next 8 weeks, like I said, to an extent, I hope things can get better. But it looks like things can get worse and will get worse. I'm going to go into some of those things that I think are going to occur in the next 8 weeks, maybe on my next video. All right, folks, this is big time information that actually I just discovered myself a few days ago, but is out there, and it's been out there on the internet for a while. And you know, this is another big thing: climate change, global warming. Well, according to basically the records, that back in, folks, I'm going to get to it, in bear with me, in 2004, December 27th, 2004, a Magnetar hit Earth. And what this Magnetar is, you can go in and do your own homework on the Magnetar and what Magnetars are and what they can do. But this thing, basically, you know, it's like a star, a neutron star, and there was a starquake that occurred on the surface of SGR 1806-20 a long time ago. And then finally it hit Earth, and the radiation beams of this Magnetar skimmed part of the Earth. The Magnetar, the radiation, went by Earth millions of miles away, but still part of the radiation beams, the waves, hit Earth December 27th, 2004, and sheared off a part of Earth's atmosphere. So not long after, now the governments of this world, our nation, other nations around the world knew that this had occurred. They knew it was going to occur. They didn't know what was going to happen. But this was the result. And I'm just finding out about it in 2020 years. Just now understanding some of the reasons why we are having a climate change event going on and have been. But it's not due to man's emissions. The things that are going on our planet and around our planet far exceed what man could ever do to it. But anyway, so this Magnetar shears off part of Earth's atmosphere back on December 27, 2004. Now, 2005, from November 28th to December 9th, 2005, it just so happened that the United Nations decided to get together for their climate change conference in Montreal and Quebec, Canada. You know, not long after this event that they knew had happened. This is declassified, folks. This is on the internet. You can go look it up. So yeah, climate change due partly because of a Magnetar. All right, folks. I'm going to move on quickly to Comet Atlas. CL 2019 Y4. This Comet Atlas is on a collision course for our sun. Currently, it's beyond the orbit of Mars, headed toward the sun. Recently, has gotten like 3 times as bright. They believe that there's been like an explosion of dust and gas from its core. This thing will dip inside of the orbit of Mercury, becoming even brighter. This is Comet Atlas, and I believe I'm saying it right, CL 2019 Y4. Passing the sun at 0.25 astronomical units from the sun. They're near, the scientists are really not even quite sure exactly what it's going to do. It could break apart and crumble, or I don't see it continuing its course around the sun. It looks like it's going to dive into it. But it's going to be very interesting. This is coming in late May. Yeah, late May, Comet Atlas. All right, moving on quick. All right, folks. We have had another meteorite event. This one hits the ground in India. Once again, India, the source for a lot of this space rock debris. Excuse me, got a message, folks. Sorry about that. But this was, sorry that I could not get to you sooner on this meteorite. This meteorite coming down near Ghaziabad, India, near a railway station. It hit the ground there. It was during a rainstorm. This again back occurred. News was just getting out a few days ago on this report. There's only like one video I've seen that actually shows the meteorite on fire that the citizens there were filming with their cell phones. It looked like just like a big bomb kind of had gone off. It almost looked like a vehicle or something was on fire, but it was a fireball, and it was heavy. The rain was heavy, pouring down. This thing crashes into the ground. It looks like it did not harm anybody. Then there was news reporters from India that came out. They were interviewing the citizens about it. Let me give you some information. GS News. This is a good guy. GS News on YouTube has got the video of it. You can probably, again, put in like meteorite over Ghaziabad, India, or something like that. You might be able to pull it up. But go to GS News. He's got the info. He's got the video. it believes that the citizens were, I guess maybe the rain had finally stopped. The thing fell, looked like during the night, hits the ground. We don't have the video of it actually hitting the ground. We got the video of it on the ground burning. And then the citizens were pouring like water over top of it, and it was kind of sizzling white. It was like white foam, white bubbling foam. They believe that it has sodium in the meteorite. Scientists picked it up, and they're doing studies on it now. We're trying to bear with me, folks. I'm just trying to get the rest of the information to you. It looks like basically what I'm saying. I mean, it was basically almost like when you're looking at it, like you said, go to GS News. He's got the video, and you can watch this burning rock or what's left of it. It did create a sonic boom that was reported. There was like a thunderclap. And like I said, it was during the rainstorm, but then the other video, it's like the rain had quit. And it's like that thing had just kind of burned up. But it was, just go check out the video. It's very interesting, folks. Didn't mean to hold y'all on that. But I'm going to come back at you with some more stuff, folks. It's just some crazy stuff. Debris fields on its way. Again, my last video, I'd like to talk more about my last video, but it's still, apparently there is a debris field that is coming. We don't know how much of it we're going to be affected by, but it comes on March 28th of next year, 20 and 21 years. But folks, yeah, just one real quick bit. We had a 3.1 earthquake in New York. There's a little bit of shaking and quaking out there. There is some volcanoes out there off the East Coast near the northeast area. We also, folks, had a 5.5 quake in California near right on the San Andreas fault line, a 5.5. California has been shaking and quaking a good bit over the past couple of weeks, over 20 or so heavy quakes over there. I'll just come back at you, folks. I'll come back at you. Shaking and quaking. Meteorites again. A comet coming toward the sun in late May. Kim Jong-un fired at least 3 rockets the other day, maybe around the 9th or 10th of this month, March, 2020 years. Kim Jong-un. Folks, I've even got video evidence I'll go into later. The International Space Station, it looks like we have another unidentified flying object near it. This thing apparently had jet propulsion on the back of it. And they kept it in view, the International Space Station. The people up there were kind of viewing it. And then eventually the thing started to, there was an ignition sequence. You could see a flame of some sort come out the back of the object. And it just started to head upwards. And very interesting. Very interesting. Like I said, my last video, we may not have ET, maybe we got ET, but we definitely got interdimensional beings. All right, folks, one more thing. The Schumann. If your ears have been ringing, mine have been ringing a little bit. Like I said, I was talking about the frequencies. Check out the Schumann. You can check it out all the time, as long as it's not censored, which sometimes it is. But this Schumann can tell us things, folks. This is a frequency. It's a frequency model that we can check out, and it can tell us things. And we're not even quite sure what it's telling us on some things, but we're trying to figure it out because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. So y'all hold on tight, and I'll come back at you.